Hello.
Hi.
Week 16, 3 weeks left. 3 games on
Heartbreak.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Before we get into week 16, we'll go quickly through our not so great picks on week 15. I went 3-3. Josh went 1-4. Real quickly,
Pinky.
I got the Falcons kind of lucky. They were down 14, and then they end up winning the game.
Todd Bowles imploded on live TV.
Oh, really? I didn't see the interview, but
Fucking gotta have fucking heart and can't give to fucking. Yeah, his defense did just completely shit the bed in that game.
Yeah, Cousins has done that twice to the Bucks in the last 2 years on the road. Like it was the overtime game that they never should have won last year, the Falcons, and then they're down 14 and they just end up winning.
So starting for the Vikings next year, man.
Cousins?
Yeah.
What do you mean McCarthy's playing well again? He's got.
Is he? No, his career's over. Haven't you listened to the media for the last 8 weeks? He's terrible.
Right.
He's the worst quarterback in the league.
Yeah, when you mostly suck, but then you beat the Bears on the road, the Lions on the road, and the Cowboys on the road, you gotta
in his first year
have another chance. Like
first year,
give him some time. I will admit, some of his, I don't know, like his demeanor can be a little annoying, but if he can keep backing it up and like play consistently, I don't really care.
I mean, he's not Mike Glennon. He's not like any one of the shitty Bears. He's had some games where he has shown some things.
Right.
Not consistently. But
yeah, I mean, he'll throw a fastball when he doesn't need to, and I don't know why Jefferson can't catch the ball anymore. He had a touchdown right in his hands and just missed it. So I don't know.
With the right coach, right? And maybe he can't be developed. Maybe he will ultimately suck, but he seems like he's in the right position. It's not like with Caleb Williams and Eberflus.
Right. And now with the experience, I mean, McCarthy said it in his interview, he's like starting to understand NFL defenses and like what to look for and just learning on the job. And now having an off season where he can work with his receivers and work on some stuff with some experience.
Yes.
If next year the inconsistency is like this through the first half of the year, then I will gladly admit that maybe he's not going to be a superstar. But we'll see. All right, so I missed the Falcons. You had the Giants.
I did.
And they lost.
They did. That was a 3-star. Yeah.
We both had the Browns.
We did.
I think I didn't watch that game. You probably did.
I did.
Have the Browns given up, or did they just not good at football?
They didn't. So Garrett was chasing the sack record, so they didn't completely get. He was in that game. I just don't know. Shedeur Sanders had 3 picks, and one of them was definitely very bad on him. He just shorted it, and then another one was a tip. And it was just a great play by the defensive back because he tipped the ball to himself. That was excellent. And then the third one, I don't know what the fuck happened in that third one. Not third chronologically, but he had Jerry Jeudy on the sideline, coursing towards the end zone. I think it was Jalen Johnson was right here, right? So they're this, pacing one another. There's a well thrown ball. And I thought it was a touchdown. But then you see Jeudy fall out of bounds into the end zone, and then you see Jalen Johnson just tight walk the line, and he came up with it. It was right. Shedeur put that ball right in between him. It went right through Judy's hands, and Jalen he's too good at back to lift. Anyway, I don't know, and then Caleb had that one pass,
31-0 or
31-3, and the Bears missed a field goal, so it could have been 34. And then, Caleb had that. Did you see the clip of that pass to DJ Moore in the backfield? So Caleb is it's a bootleg, it's a naked bootleg to the right, and he's just scrambling, and he gets right up to the out of bounds line, and he just rifles one off his back foot in the air through 2 defenders into DJ Moore into the back of the end zone. And again, I thought it was an interception, because I didn't see where the ball went. And then you see DJ Moore just stands in the end zone as both defenders fall away with the ball. I don't know. It was pretty incredible. I don't know what to think about anything anymore. Yeah. I'm not a good knower of football, I guess.
without watching it, I mean, the Browns, right? Their defense is the big thing. Like
It's supposed to be good.
they've been able to keep them in games, and I don't even remember if it was close at halftime. If like they were keeping them in it.
It was
for a
14-3, I think.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
they beat the Packers. This is much earlier in the season, but they beat the Packers 10-13. Or the Packers to 10 points, and that was
Yeah.
before Croft was injured. And
The one thing I'll say about the Bears, like a lot of teams, if they play well one week, sometimes they're not really motivated or focused the next week. It seems like the Bears are obviously well coached, and like that's not a thing for them. Like they
motivation seems to
have
be there.
beat the bad teams, even if it's by 3 points,
Yeah.
or 28 points, and then they've been competitive with the good teams. So this week's going to be interesting, right? It's basically for the division, right?
It's a big game. It's a playoff game.
Yeah.
It's a playoff game.
Yeah,
I mean-
so very interesting matchups with teams playing for a ton this week. Obviously, it just keeps getting more and more important going forward. So we both missed the Browns. You missed the Jets.
Yep.
They got destroyed.
They did.
I got the Colts, even though Seahawks didn't score a touchdown, but they still beat the Colts. But it was like
16-13, wasn't that something like
I
that?
think 18-16.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got the Colts. I got the Niners right at the end. They won by 13, and it was 12.5. So it was looking good. I was 3-1, and then I had the Packers, and they lost to the Broncos, and then we both had the Dolphins. And I'll be honest, I went to bed. I didn't watch that
I
game.
didn't either. Steelers killed them.
Steelers beat them by 2 scores essentially. So
Here's the thing. It's Tua in cold weather, and it's just he's never. I don't know what the stat is. It may not. He's almost never won in like below 40-degree or whatever it is weather. Like never.
yeah.
Like,
Well, he's got
never.
the fingers that always go like this when he.
Well, that's concussion. That's the concussion. Talking.
I
but
should. That's mean, but I don't
He
know.
chooses to play the sport.
That's true. And chooses not to wear a guardian cap or really care that he keeps getting concussions. So,
I think his poor play will answer that.
well, but the good thing is he can't get a concussion if he's not playing. And
Right,
he's not
benched.
playing.
That's right. Yeah, he's
Quinn
benched.
Ewers is your Dolphins quarterback.
7th round pick. I did not realize he went so late.
Yeah, from
Texas.
well, right, but didn't he go to Ohio State originally, and he was like the number 1 overall
I don't
recruit,
know.
and then he just like slowly the hype just didn't materialize, and now
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's a 7th round pick. But
I don't know. He kept Arch Manning on the bench for a year.
yeah, I didn't think. Well, the Dolphins are out of it, so I get it from that perspective. But I didn't think Tua was. I mean, they had won like 3 or 4 in a row.
I think it was 6. I
Yeah,
thought it was 6 in a row. Is what I heard. Yeah.
interesting. Anyway, we'll see how that all plays out.
Yep.
Okay, week 16.
Oh my goodness! Already
Let's do it. Tonight we got the Rams at the Seahawks,
another
which is
playoff game.
a
Kind of,
good
pretty much.
game.
Yeah.
I went Seahawks by 1.5.
I got Rams by 2.5.
Ooh, I think you're gonna start off with a win. Well, that's weird.
It started Rams
So
1.5.
it started Rams 1.5, and it went to Seahawks 1.5.
Yeah,
Interesting, because
that's a pretty big.
I
swing.
guess these on I don't remember Tuesday, and when I looked at it, yeah, it was Rams by.
Yeah.
It was still Rams by 1.5, but all right.
Give me
I'll
the
take it.
Rams for 3 stars. I'm the 3 banger.
Really?
I'm gonna ride the chalk, man. Everybody thinks they're the best team in the NFL right now.
Okay.
Ride some chalk, bro.
I'm actually going Seahawks
Hawks!
for 2. Okay, so Devontae Adams hurt his hamstring again, and since he already had kind of a tweak, I'm guessing he's not playing, but I don't actually know that. Okay, so the Rams without Devontae on the road. The Seahawks already lost once to the Rams. I think it means maybe a little bit more to the Seahawks. I think now, if this is a close game at the end, I don't know. I definitely trust McVay and Stafford over Darnold to win the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I just feel like the Seahawks can get one at home without the
We
Rams,
hope.
without Devontae in the game. Yeah, but don't love it. It's a 2-star. You really like the Rams. I can't blame you there. I mean, you're getting what most what a lot of people think is the best team in the NFL is a dog. Like you
Yeah.
can never like blame anyone for
Even
that.
on the
So
road. And it's not cross country travel. It's not in a foreign land. It's right here in good old America. And the Seahawks, a lot of people think they're like the second or third best team in the league right now, which I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know about that.
yeah, I would agree with that from like a consistency and like a talent perspective. The key is obviously like, can Darnold win the big game? Because he has
That's it.
basically never done that
That's
when
it.
it really, really matters.
That's it.
So,
Good question.
I don't know.
That's why I'm taking the Rams maybe more
Yeah.
than anything.
And
Is
the-
that.
Yeah, and the reason why part of the reason why I'm the opposite is the line movement, right? The Rams were favored and now it's going to Seahawks. So
Mhm.
the wise guys seem to think that the Seahawks are the right side. So I'll roll with them. All right, so that's tonight. I beat the number 1 seed in fantasy.
Hey,
as the
congrats.
eighth,
Nice.
but I
Oh,
had
I love that.
basically my best week of the year. It was
Did
kind
you?
of, it was
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if lucky's the right word. I did have some decent matchups, but this
Sports
week
luck.
I have tough matchups. My quarterback, well, I had Mahomes and Stafford. Now Mahomes is obviously out now,
Mm.
tore his ACL. So I have Stafford against the Seahawks defense. So like, I don't know what the ceiling is. Maybe 20 points.
Yeah.
But that's just not a good matchup, and I now don't have a backup to play. But so it'll be tough. But hopefully Stafford can throw a couple touchdowns and get a couple 100 yards and keep me in it after Thursday night football. All right. Eagles at the Commanders.
I really blew this one up.
Eagles. I said Eagles by 5.
I went Eagles by 12.5. And that is not the right answer.
It is
6.5.
6.5. All right, so I get that one.
You do.
All right. Here's the thing. So the Commanders beat the Giants on the road. The Giants aren't good, but the Commanders are playing hard. Mariota has shown maybe even that he deserves a chance somewhere that just needs a competent quarterback.
Like a bridge quarterback, like if you put him on the Browns, right, with that defense, is that a playoff team?
Yeah,
It's currently constructed.
man, they drafted like 14 quarterbacks. Like they can't just keep bringing in new.
No, they can't. And so probably the Browns is a bad example because the question there is probably Dylan Gabriel versus Shedeur Sanders. But I don't know the Jets. Is he an answer for the Jets because they want to focus on defense because Aaron Glenn's there?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the Jets traded away their best 2 defensive players too, but obviously they got a lot of draft capital. I don't know.
Or Falcons? Wait, he was on the Falcons, wasn't he? Wasn't he drafted by the Falcons? No, Tennessee. He was in Tennessee.
Tennessee, but I think he
spent
did
some
have a
time
year
in-
or two
yeah.
on the Falcons. But,
So anyway,
yeah, I mean, there's going to be a few quarterbacks that are competent, but
Yeah.
their teams don't really see a lot in them or don't have
Mhm.
use for them. So there'll be some. Well, every year there's a little bit of shuffle like that. So we'll see. But okay, so Washington beat the Giants. They're clearly still playing hard. You know, Dan Quinn obviously has them. You know, the middle of the season for them was terrible, but they're still playing hard even though their quarterback's out. The Eagles had looked pretty bad, and then, you know, I think the high school team here in town could beat the Raiders right now. The Raiders,
Raiders are super
I think,
bad.
have definitely given up. Like they're getting smoked by everyone. So Eagles smoked the Raiders, but hadn't been playing well. Washington is still playing hard. It's a division game. They're at home. Like that's why I went lower. Why I went only 5. It's 6.5. I don't know. Like I'm taking Washington here. Maybe only 1 star, but home dog in a division game where the road favorite hasn't been playing that well. One thing to watch for, I think Jalen Carter's been out for the Eagles for 2 or 3 weeks. If he comes back, that changes things because it just makes everything a lot tougher. He's for sure one of the top defensive linemen in the league. So,
Yes.
but I'm going to go the Commanders at home plus 6.5. I think it's just a little bit too much. There you have it. You got a pick on this one?
No, I'm going to stay away. And I will say that it was the line was against the Raiders last week was 12.5. So that was my mistake in equating the Commanders with the Raiders because they're not quite as bad as the Raiders.
Right.
But they're still bad.
And it's Washington at home too. So.
Yes. So you're taking Washington for 1 star?
Yep. And I'm not going to pick every game, but I have picked every game so far.
Woot!
Okay. Packers at the Bears. So what's the Bears record? 10-4?
10-4, baby.
And the Packers are 9.
4-1.
Okay, so there's 3 weeks left, so this isn't a end all be all, but the winner of this probably has they're the favorite. They're the favorite to win the division, and they have a very good chance. I mean, the crazy thing is these two teams haven't clinched a playoff spot yet either.
No.
A lot on the line. Micah Parsons torn ACL, he's out. Packers at the Bears. I went Packers by 2.
I got the Packers giving 1.5, and the Packers have a much easier last 2 games than the Bears. Bears got Niners, Lions. The Packers have Ravens, somebody else bad.
That would be nuts.
Vikings.
What if the Bears? I mean, the Bears. I don't think this will actually happen, but the Bears could lose their last 3 games.
Yes,
finish 10-7
and not make the playoffs. That's correct. Yes, and I think a perfectly reasonable outcome for this season, given. I mean, I will say Caleb's somewhat inconsistent play. I don't know. I really don't want to. I'm scared to think he's good.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't. Yeah, I haven't watched him closely enough to really know.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Okay. So what is this? This is all over the place.
It is.
It opened Packers 2. It's Bears 1 or 1.5. It's I mean, basically pick them. It's all over the place. Like both teams are favored depending on where you look. So we'll say pick them, which you get it. You would get it either way. So we'll say pick them. Josh, you got it.
Yeah.
So I'm up 2-1. What do you do with this? Are the Bears finally going to get one against the Packers or not?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is they beat the Packers in the last game of the season last year. I think ended up being a somewhat meaningless game for the Packers, although I don't quite remember. I don't know, man. This is the Bears are at a point there's no use talking about them anymore. They just have to do it on the field. So they either win or not. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like if they come out like they did last time against the Packers 2 weeks ago and are shitty to start or inconsistent to start, they're probably going to lose. And I maybe that's one of the reasons I'm so hesitant to back this team and to kind of jump on board, because they have trouble starting sometimes. They have slow starts. They appear sluggish. They kind of make some dumb mistakes. But some aspects of this team are electric. And I've spent, I don't know how much time on TikTok watching people break down offensive line play, which is not something I thought I'd ever say about myself. And I find that fascinating, what's going on with the Bears offensive line. And not just the offensive line, but the way he's using tight ends and receivers to block and to create confusion. It's all really exciting to see. But I don't know. There's they need to prove it, right? Beat the Packers. That's it. Beat the Packers.
Right. So no matter who loses this game and no matter what else happens, these two teams will both still be in the playoffs after this week. So it's a little bit better situation than I thought it was, because Detroit is the first team out. If they win, they're 9-6. Even if the Packers lose, they're 9-5-1. And they beat Detroit twice too. So both teams will still be in. However, a win here basically clinches a playoff spot for either team.
I agree. Yep.
And a loss gets you in that mix with, I mean, it's basically
Detroit. Maybe
it's basically just Detroit at this point. Can Detroit displace Green Bay or Chicago? Is really all of the that Chicago comes down to.
Yeah, Chicago plays Detroit for the last game of the season, and I think that's the game. I mean, to me, regardless of what happens this week, because I don't think they're going to win. And I don't think they're going to beat the Niners. And so they're going to come into that game against Detroit needing that win to make the playoffs. And I don't know what will happen there either. But I think that's how that last game sets out.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. If the Bears already have 10 wins. If they finish 10-7 and the Lions finish 10-7, the Lions get it because they beat them twice, right?
Yep.
So whatever. There's a lot of games left to play.
Yep.
I don't have an opinion on this. I seem to think that the Packers will just beat them again because they've been beating them. But I also think this Bears team is a little different. I don't know. Like, can Caleb make that one play at the end of the game?
That's it.
Last time, he threw the pick when they had a chance to score a touchdown. So that's what it's maybe going to come down to.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't either. Again, it's just there's too much talk. This is the most important game this current iteration of the Bears has played and will play all season. It's time to really prove whether or not they belong.
All right, we'll see. So that is, when is that?
7:20 on Saturday.
Okay,
time.
That's the thing. So there's Saturday games. So
2.
Eagles at 4 and Bears
7:20, baby.
7:20.
Oh, that's not a thing. It's 4:20. 6, 7.
So where the? Oh yeah, the Eagles. I was gonna say where are the Eagles at? They're not doing that good, but their division, like they're
going to win that. Yeah, they're going to win the division. Right? I don't think there's any question about that. The bigger question for the Eagles is what are they going to do in the playoffs? Right? Are they going to roll over like they did 2 years ago against Tampa, or are they going to do what they did last year and just win the whole damn thing? I don't know.
Wow, that division's terrible.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, let's move on. We got Bills at the Browns. I said the Bills 9.5.
Bills 12.5.
I think it's in between those two. It is
10.5.
10.5 is the most consistent. All right. Okay, so I barely get it. We're both right in that ballpark, more than a touchdown, less than 14. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those that we can probably gloss over because the Bills are playing well again. The Browns are a disaster. You don't know what you're getting from them week to week.
Yeah.
So you've got a top, definitely 5 team in the NFL, if not top, maybe 3, people would say.
Best quarterback, maybe, right?
Against the bottom 5 team.
But a top 5 defense, maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. 10.5 seems like a lot, but at the same time, if you're sticking your neck out there for the Browns and expecting something, you're crazy.
It's not 2 touchdowns, right? It is more than a touchdown and a field goal, though. That hook is, I think, what makes it interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of, you can be down, you can basically be cooked, like down 3 scores late in the game and get a meaningless touchdown and cover 10, or cover 10.5.
Yep.
I don't know. No idea.
Yeah, stay away.
Okay. Bucks at the Panthers.
The teams that like to lose to the Saints for no good reason.
The winner of this division could end up 8-9. It probably won't happen, but if these 2 teams beat each other, they play each other twice still, I believe. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So Bucks at the Panthers. I said Bucks by 1.
Got the Panthers -3.
Oh, you're giving the. Okay, it opened Bucks 2.5, and it is 3. Bucks 3.
What?
All right, I get that.
Dude.
I really don't understand why it's a full 3. I guess you trust Baker to win the game.
But why?
But the Panthers have been so Jekyll and Hyde. They have beaten really good teams. They've lost to bad teams. They've beaten good teams on the road. They've lost to bad teams at home.
Panthers beat the Rams on the road.
No,
and then was it?
It was at home.
It was at home. Okay, so they beat the Rams at home, and then they lost to the Saints. What the fuck?
Yeah, Saints have won 2 in a row.
I know. Well, they've got their quarterback now, Tyler Shuck.
Yeah.
Shaz.
Shums. Shaug.
It begins with an S.
Shaug.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But they seem to like him down there, and he seems to be doing stuff. And they've got a head coach in Kellen Moore who knows offensive ball. Maybe the Eagles wish they had him back.
And their defense, if you look at what their defense has done, I think a lot of people just assume the Saints defense is bad because the team is bad, but their defense is top half of the league. I'm almost positive. Yeah. So if you're a Saints fan going into next year, you seem to have a competent quarterback with a good upside. Your defense is playing well. I don't know what they got going on in free agency or the draft or anything like that, but yeah, I didn't expect myself to be saying the Saints are looking decent for next year to compete for their division, but
I mean, given the way the division works, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know,
they're
maybe they
competitive
can
in
win
the
it this
division
year.
right now, right? Like, what is their division record? It's got to be good. 500.
3-2.
They're winning. Yeah, I mean, they're competitive in the division right now. So, I mean,
Yeah.
things are looking up for the Saints. If you're a Saints fan, you maybe got to be a little happy about what's going on.
Yeah. So Bucks -3. I guess I do think the Bucks win the game. I don't know why. They haven't been playing well, and they've been not clutch either. I just don't know if it's going to be by more than 3.
It's going to end in a tie, isn't it?
I have no idea. That'd be decent.
Like 2020.
Yeah.
That feels right. But based on how both these teams have played recently.
Yeah. Bucks Panthers. They're both 7-7. They played each other
For the
twice.
division. Yeah,
for the
that's
division.
right. Yep. So that's interesting.
I
in and of
wonder-
itself. Yeah.
What's the second tiebreaker? Is it conference record?
So I believe it is, if it's not head to head and it's not division record, it's record against common opponents.
Okay, so Carolina's 2-2 in the division. They're both 2-2 in the division. So So right now Tampa is ahead of Carolina on like the third or fourth tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But that could obviously change based on what's left. So I don't know. I guess if you're Carolina, maybe a little more urgency because you don't have that. If you split with Tampa, I think Tampa goes, but who knows? We'll see. All right. Let's move on to Chargers at the Cowboys. I went Chargers 2.5.
Sorry, I was just contemplating if the Saints could win out. Would
No.
it be possible for them to? No. Okay.
It'd be 7.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. All right. What if the Bucks and Panthers tie both of their games?
Then the Bucks go.
All right, fine. That's not any fun. All right, sorry. You said
If the
Chargers.
Saints had one more
Yeah.
win, they would be mathematically alive, I think.
Okay. All right, they've been eliminated. Anyway, I went Chargers -2.5.
That's exactly what I said.
Right.
And it's Cowboys, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Cowboys 2.5.
Okay. Why?
Good question. Okay, so the Cowboys are basically eliminated. They would need like a perfect scenario to make the playoffs. They need the Eagles to lose out, and they need to win out basically, which isn't happening. But they got a little something to play for. I don't know. If they lost this game, it'd be 2 losses at home. There must be something like matchup wise why this is like this. I mean, I don't miss lines by 5 points very often. So I'm going Cowboys because it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, you are? I'm going to take the Chargers for 1.
All right.
You got boys?
Yeah, I messed this up. Let me fix this quick. So we obviously tie that because we said the same thing.
Sure did.
I'm going Cowboys for 2. You're going Chargers for what?
1.
Okay. Hey, we got 2 opposites this week. It just doesn't make any sense. Like,
weird line.
Chargers defense is playing really well. Herbert's playing well.
They're 10-4.
Cowboys are so like
Not good.
middling.
Not good.
But yeah, the line doesn't make any sense. And when the line doesn't make any sense, I go that way. So that's what we're doing. But this is
I'm 3 in a row.
a noon game on Sunday. The Chargers are still alive for the division, I think. Chargers 10-4, Denver 12-2. The Chargers would have to win at least 2 out of 3 and beat the Broncos. They play again, and the Broncos would have to go 0-3 or 1-2. So the Chargers have a chance at the division.
It doesn't feel like, I know we're not on the Broncos yet. Maybe we can save it, but I don't, like, do they feel like Super Bowl, like honest Super Bowl?
The Broncos?
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of them.
Yeah.
They keep winning games.
Yes.
Their defense is really good. Like
Yes.
maybe I mean they're the best defense in football probably.
Yeah.
And Peyton's calling the plays, like they can scheme it up. So like yeah, I don't know that anyone would be scared of them in the playoffs, but at the same time, like they're gonna be in every game because they just are consistent and they don't have a bad like unit, right? Like they're good. All right. I got the Cowboys, you got the Chargers.
I do.
We're moving on to the Jets at the Saints.
Oh, man.
This is the Super Bowl.
Woo!
two of the I don't know. These are probably
What are they? You said
all right. I said Saints by 3.5.
I went Saints -3.
I think it's 4.5.
4.
Oh, we got that Saints love. They're just crushing it. Okay. I have a theory that when two bad teams play, you take the dog because who really knows what's going to happen between bad teams. But the Saints have been playing better lately, so I guess it's fair. I just don't know what to make of this. And the other thing is,
They swept the Panthers. The Saints swept the
yeah, they did.
Panthers.
I know they did because the Panthers played the Saints the first time right after the Packers, and I remember picking that because
Yeah.
the Panthers they had just basically won the Super Bowl,
Yep.
right? You beat the Packers at Lambeau. Yep. All right. So, could the Jets lose on purpose 3 games in a row to try to get the one pick? There's 3 teams with only 2 wins, so I don't think that's really a thing. Who did the Jets just play? The Jags, and they got smoked, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to take the Jets, but I don't like it enough.
Like a stay away for sure.
For sure.
And I mean, just the Jets have had some surprising wins down the stretch too. I mean, again, there's only 3 of them, but I mean, the way they started the season, there was a lot of speculation would they win a game because it was that big of a dumpster fire. So they seem to have righted the ship in some regard. They moved away from Justin Fields, which that was the wrong answer. I think most of us knew at the start of the season, and so things got better once the quarterback situation stabilized slightly. But how do you go against Shuck or Shaw or Shu?
Shuffy? I don't know.
S-man.
He's really good.
Savior.
I haven't really watched him play.
Me neither.
He must be quick because he gets a decent amount of rushing yards. I don't know if they're scrambles or design runs, but yeah, I mean he's doing something right. Okay, 2 bad teams, no over analysis.
No.
Now we're going with 2 kind of bad teams, 1 really bad team and 1 team that's kind of bad. Vikings at the Giants on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Hold on. Bitch. Did they flex this? This says it's not on Christmas Day.
21st?
Oh, they just haven't adjusted this. It's definitely on Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Vikings, Giants. I went Vikings by 2.5.
No. Christmas Day would be following week. This is this week.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas week. Christmas Day is week 17.
Yeah, so all that stuff I said about Christmas games,
next week.
It's a thing, but it's just not a thing.
Next week. Yeah. And it is 3 games. And it for whatever reason, the NFL hates the Cowboys and the Lions because they're making them play on Christmas too.
Both teams are playing?
Yeah.
And not against each other?
No.
Because they already played each other?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And then the Chiefs, I think, are playing on Christmas again too.
Yeah.
So they hate the Chiefs too.
Okay. Vikings at Giants. I said Vikes by 2.5.
I mean, I went the Giants -3. No, 2.5. 2.5. But still, it's wrong. Minnesota's favored by 3.
Yeah, so I get that. I don't know. As soon as I start trusting the Vikings, then they have a turd. The Giants are bad. I feel like the Vikings can win this game, but I don't like it. I don't like it enough to pick it. Yeah, can we see McCarthy's had 2 solid games in a row? Can he have a third? We'll see.
We will.
Giants defense is bad, but that doesn't necessarily mean that McCarthy's going to play well. Okay, let's go to Chiefs at the Titans. I went Chiefs by 3.
Chiefs -2.5.
I think it's 3.5. No, it's 3. Opened at 3.5. Okay, Mahomes is out.
Yes. Who's his backup?
Minshew.
Oh,
and they had a chance to tie that game or win it, and he just threw a horrible Kelsey was covered and he just forced it in there. It was only first or second down too. I don't know. It was weird.
Give me the Titans here for me.
Okay. I am not picking this game. Josh is going Titans for 1. I don't know. The Chiefs haven't been able to cover against anyone with Mahomes, and now they're playing one of the worst teams in the league on the road with Minshew, and they just got eliminated from the playoffs. There is so many moving pieces here. I have no idea what's going to happen. I guess part of me sort of thinks the Chiefs will still play hard.
Yeah.
And the Titans are really bad, but I have no idea.
They've won games. They're not winless, So I don't know. The Chiefs, something is going on, right? It's more than just Mahomes, more than just his late season injury. It's more than just Kelsey getting old. There's a sort of a systemic or holistic malaise for that. Maybe it's just, again, as somebody, just the numbers. They've, given how successful they've been, they've played the equivalent of 1 or 2 extra seasons, given all the playoff games and things, not one, maybe just one extra season, or close to it, given all the playoffs over the last 7 or 8 years.
To me, it seems like they just haven't schemed it up as well on offense, right? They're the team that gets creative and can catch teams, and they have plays that just work. And it just seems like they haven't been able to do that. It's more like Mahomes dropping back and no one's open, and then he's scrambling and trying to throw on the run, and it just hasn't worked, which is crazy. Well, they did lose some offensive line, so maybe that's kind of part of it. They thought their offensive line would be good enough still, and they weren't. Because the Bears picked up one of their guys, right? Tooney.
Yes, they traded a 4th-round pick for him. Yeah.
Who knows? The Chiefs aren't good. They're not making the playoffs, so let's stop talking about it. Okay. Bengals at the Dolphins in the Who Still Cares game. I want Bengals 1.5.
The Fins -4.5.
I get this one. It is it's Bengals 4. It was 2, but when they announced Tua's not playing, it went Bengals 4. Interesting. I get that. So I was hoping Tua would still be playing because I think this line just got too high to pick. But my thing was, man, I can't stop burping. Burrow, the Bengals didn't score a point, I don't think, last week against the Ravens. Burrow's still motivated to come out and if there's one thing I can guarantee this week, Burrow's going to have a really good game because he just got blanked and he thinks he's way better than that and he's going to be motivated. And I'm going against Chase in fantasy, and I have a feeling he's going to have a really good game. And the Dolphins, I was kind of hoping Tua would still play. I think the Dolphins will give up a little bit. I don't think the Bengals will give up. And I was hoping Tua would still play because now you got Ewers coming in, so you don't really, maybe that rejuvenates the Dolphins a little bit to play hard for the rookie. I don't know. I do think the Bengals are going to play well, and whether they can cover 4 is going to depend on whether Ewers plays decent or not, and have the Dolphins sort of given up in a way.
I'll take the Dolphins for 2.
I'm
not making it with my picks, so I'm going to try to make other picks that are good.
Yeah, pick more. More is less.
My line guessing has been poor, so maybe my game winning will be better.
Okay, you got the Dolphins at home, +4.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. So, I don't know if the Bengals have been mathematically eliminated. They must have been.
Feels like it.
And the Dolphins, I'm pretty sure, have been too. So, all right, let's move on to a good game. Jags at the Broncos. I went Broncos 4.
-3.5. Broncos -3.5.
I think you get it.
It's 3.
It's 3, man.
All right. Back on the board.
You get that one. Okay, the Broncos and the Jags are just as good as each other, apparently.
And that's what they're saying. The Jaguars have been surprising. I think that's my takeaway. Especially towards the beginning of the year, they didn't look good. They didn't look cohesive, and all of a sudden they're winning their division. And
yeah, they're 10-4, and the Texans are 9-5, and they don't play each other anymore. So the Jags have control of their own destiny. So Houston plays the Raiders this week and at home, and then the Jags play the Broncos, like we're talking about, on the road. So these teams could very well be tied after this week. I don't know who has the tiebreaker between the Jags and the Texans because they split. So we'll see. But I don't know. Like, since it's only 3, it makes me think the Jags cover, but I don't know. I don't like the Jags and the Broncos.
I think they're going to end up
I don't
tied.
know.
Like,
Who?
by record, the Jags and the Titans. So I think if the Jags lose, which I think they'll lose against Denver, they've got 2 very winnable games in front of them. So if they lose to Denver, they've got the Colts and the Titans. So that puts them at 12-5. And then I think the Texans have 3 winnable games in front of them. They're playing the Raiders this week. And then they've got to play the Chargers and the Colts.
At the Chargers is going to be tough.
Yeah, it'll be tough, but
they've won like 6 or 7 in a row. So
yes, it's 6. They've won 6 in a row. Probably going to be 7 after this weekend.
Right. Interesting.
So,
all right.
I don't know.
You like anything Jags Broncos?
No, I just think this is going to be an incredible game.
I do too. It could be a very good game.
Yeah. Stay away.
I don't know. Like, combined, these two teams have won like 9 of their last 10 games or something crazy like that. So we'll see.
Good.
That is a 3:05.
Yeah. I think the
Sunday.
Broncos will win, but I'm not going to put any stars on it.
Okay. We have 5 left. Falcons at the Cardinals. The battle of the bad birds. I went pick 'em.
I got the Cardinals -3.
It is Falcons 3. The Falcons just beat the Bucks on the road. You got to give them some credit. It's a what have you done lately league.
It is.
Okay, so I would say if you're thinking about this from I don't know how to say this, but the Cardinals have gotten blown out a couple times lately against good opponents. So I don't know that the Cardinals have really given up. I just don't think they're that good.
Yeah. He's gone. Gannon's gone. He's going to get fired.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, he's been there 3 years, and what have they done? And they probably have to they've got to go back out and get a quarterback. He's a defensive guy. Doesn't make any sense. You got to.
Yeah, interesting. It could happen. I don't know. I guess I haven't heard any talk about that. But so the Falcons beat the Bucks on the road, and they might have won 2 weeks ago too. But the Cardinals have played a couple tough opponents. Like, if you look back at their schedule, like they played good teams tough for the most part. They got blown out a couple times. They beat a couple not so good teams. So I think at face value, you would say the Falcons are clearly a better team than the Cardinals right now, but I don't know that that's actually true. I feel like these teams are very equal overall, and I think Falcons by 3 on the road is too much. I mean, the Falcons the Saints are playing better, but the Falcons just lost to the Saints 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I think the Cardinals will still play hard. I think 3 is too much. I'm going to go 1 star on the Cardinals at home.
I think that's fair. I'm staying away.
Okay. Raiders at the Texans.
Boom.
Woof. I went Texans 14.5.
I got a -9.5. I don't know why this was.
And it is
14.
It is 14.5. So I had 14. And I put the hook on it just because, I don't know, the Texas defense is nasty. They've been playing really well. The Raiders have
very bad.
I mean, they're just horrible. Like, they're not competing with anyone lately. So I'm like, okay, 14 is usually the standard when a really good team hosts a really bad team. And then I just felt like the Texans are playing so good and the Raiders are really bad. So I just went a little higher. So I'm proud of myself for putting the hook on it. I don't know. Like, who cares?
So win for the Texans. Let's move on.
I think the Texans should win this game by 24 points.
Yep.
But
barring something incredibly unforeseen.
Again, it could be 21 and the Raiders could score a touchdown at the end, and then it's 14, right? So very fair. Okay. Steelers-Lions. Now, you want to talk about a game with implications. The Steelers are 8-6, and they are winning their division. The Baltimore Colts. The Ravens are 7-7, and I don't know. Do those two teams still have to play each other?
I think they have one more game.
So Ravens,
Yeah, last game of the season.
Steelers, Lions. It's all you gotta win. If the Lions lose this game, they're essentially they're not eliminated for sure, but they could be maybe.
I mean, they would it would come down to that last game against the Bears.
Right. So actually, if they lose this game, I don't know that they would be mathematically eliminated no matter what, but they would be on absolute life support. Okay, so Steelers at the Lions, and if the Steelers win, they give themselves a great chance to win the division. So I went Lions by 6 at home,
Lions -3.
and it is like 7, I think. Lions by 7.
God. Okay,
I get that.
you do.
7's a lot, but
That's a lot.
it's higher than I thought. And the last thing I would expect is for the Lions to have a dud game at home when they absolutely need it. I think this is going to be a tough spot for the Steelers. I'll go Lions 1 star.
Give me Steelers for dose.
All right. So I'm going Lions 1. You're going Steelers 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
cover this.
it
I don't think they're
sh-
going to win, but I think they can cover 7. The
it
Steelers.
should be a competitive game. I mean,
Yeah.
both teams need it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
30-24 sounds about right to me.
Rodgers is old. He can't hear very well to begin with. You go to one of the loudest stadiums in the league. I don't know. Could be tough. They might.
He can't hear?
He's old. He's older than me. I can't hear him. He's older than me.
He's younger than me. I hear just fine.
Okay, that's fair.
I had to dye my.
You know what's cool? We have 3 opposite picks this week.
That is actually that's fun.
Yeah,
dig
that
that.
means one of us has to win at least 2
Yeah.
picks, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
has to. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Unless there are ties. Unless there are ties. Yeah, I am so old. I had to dye my beard to play Bob Cratchit at the local community theater. There was too much gray. That's how old I am.
Decent. I like
Yeah.
it.
That's how old I am. Yeah, too old.
That game is 3:25, so that's probably like the game of the CBS.
Yeah, the game of the
or
week.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 left.
Let's
So Patriots at the Ravens, which has huge implications as well.
Yeah.
So hold on, real quick here. The Patriots
Are
they're
11
still
and
winning
3,
their division,
12 and 3.
but Buffalo could obviously
Here
pass
comes
them.
the Bills. Yeah.
So if they win, it gives them a great chance to win the division. If they lose, there's a very good chance the Bills could win the division. So
Yeah.
I went Ravens 3. I just went straight 3. What do you got?
I have Pats -4.5.
On the road, huh? And it is, I think I was close. It is Ravens 3. All right. So why did I say Ravens 3? I just think at this point, like obviously record-wise, the Patriots are a lot better team, but the Ravens, like these two teams are very equal, I would say, in what they're doing lately. They both need it. Ravens at home, it just felt like they're equal right now with how they're playing. So I went Ravens 3. I don't know.
I think the Pats are like, I don't know, demonstrably better. Like,
Yeah.
so much. This feels like, hey, we're putting the lineup against the Ravens team from like last year.
Yeah.
And that's not who this team is. I
This is a really hard one for me to pick. I really have no idea what's going to happen, so I'm definitely not picking it.
mean,
I think it's fair.
yeah, they won 9 games in a row. This Patriots team. Now, granted, look, everybody's playing shit teams, but I mean, 9 games in a row, Jesus. All right. Well, I mean, having said that, the Ravens are one of the best teams they've played, right? Because they've played a bunch of dog shit teams: Browns, Falcons, Titans, Saints,
Yeah. So
Jets.
this is just a quick
Bengals.
thought, but I have a feeling like if you look at strength of schedule, there is a huge disparity in strength of schedule for some of these teams as it played out. Obviously, you never know how good teams are going to be to start the year, but yeah, like if you look at strength of schedule, let's just do this really quick. Okay, NFL strength of schedule. So Houston, what would you say that this is? Teams at the top you think have the toughest strength of schedule?
Yeah, they must, because these were good teams last year. Although Arizona wasn't, but and neither was Tennessee.
Yeah, so New England has the easiest strength of schedule, which makes sense. I mean, they are not, if you look at any advanced metrics or talk to experts, they would tell you that on paper, New England is not as good as their record. And then, so the easiest or the toughest strength of schedule is Texans, Rams, Cardinals, Chiefs. Makes sense. Chiefs lost a lot of one-score games against tough teams. And then the easiest strength of schedule, which is crazy because the Jets have one of the easiest and they're bad. Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, Browns have had some of the toughest the easiest strength of schedule. Denver, Chicago, so that all kind of checks out. So, you start to wonder, like, if the Patriots had played one of the toughest schedules, they're probably sitting at 9-5 or 8-6, I would guess. And if the Texans played the easiest, I don't know, they're 9-5. They could easily be 11-3 or something like that. But whatever, it is what it is. You got to beat the team across from you, I guess. Okay. Any opinion on this one?
No.
Like the Patriots,
I do like the Patriots, but I'm not going to pick it. I've picked enough. The Ravens, I think, are done. I don't know why they're done, but I think they are. I think probably the Patriots picked this in a walk. All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to pick the Patriots. I'm going to put 3 stars on it.
Whoa. From nothing to 3. I like it. Okay. And then we got the Niners at the Coltskis. So let's go into this quick. The Colts are 8-6. They are 2 games out of the division. They're basically cooked there. And they're 1 game out of the wild card. So the Colts basically need to probably win out or at least go 2-1. And the Niners are the second wild card right now at 10-4. They probably only need 1 more win. So more desperation from the Colts. I don't know what that means. I went Niners 2.5.
Niners -6.
And you got it.
It right at the end. 6.
6. It is 6. All right. You nailed it. Woo. Okay.
Niners are better. Colts are bad. I think the Colts have a really good opportunity to lose out and miss the playoffs, and trading for Sauce Gardner was a dumb idea. Sorry.
Yeah, so so the Colts just went on the road with Phillip Rivers and almost won the game at the Seahawks, which is tough to do.
Yep.
And now the Niners are going to go into Indianapolis when the Colts still have a lot to play for, and they're going to beat them by more than 6. I don't know. I feel like the Colts can be competitive. I don't know. Like, they can run the ball. Like, this could be a low-scoring game, and, 6 is a lot. I'm going to go Colts for 2.
Nice.
All right. So we got some bad games and some good games. Obviously, Rams-Seahawks is huge. Could determine the division winner. Packers-Bears, same scenario. Bills need a win to keep pace and try to win their division. Bucks-Panthers is enormous. Chargers need to keep winning to try to win their division. And I don't know that they haven't clinched a playoff spot, so that's big for them. Who else? We got the Jags-Broncos is huge. Steelers-Lions has a lot of weight to it. Patriots-Ravens, same thing. Patriots playing for the division, Ravens playing for the division, and then Niners-Colts, a win would go a long way for both teams. So I don't know. What is that? That's 7 good games.
Yeah,
right?
It's the end of the football season, so all this shit matters.
Yeah.
Like to watch.
I think you're going to see a couple more teams clinch this week and a couple be eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Go Vikings!
Go Bears!